Okay, so this is the second part on emotional intelligence. So the first part, if we go to the slides here, we talked about who you are. So this section, excuse me, this is about how you do your job. So I've got no other slides other than this one. So I just want to talk through the 5 of the competencies on work-related. So leadership thinking. So this is the notion of giving yourself time in your working week when you're driving the car to work or you're on the train or whatever. You create some quiet time to think about your own personal leadership style, your own leadership challenges, and how you can become a better leader. So the people who are emotionally intelligent invest time in themselves and they think about leadership. They study leadership. They think about how they can become a better leader and the tools and the strategies that they need to improve. They gather feedback and they might perhaps spend time with a mentor. So an emotionally intelligent leader would spend time on leadership thinking. They would also spend an equal amount of time on getting the best out of others. So thinking of creative ways to inspire people to work harder for the company or the organisation or the team. And very often this is the bit that goes missing when we're so busy with the day-to-day, the week-to-week, the month-to-month, dealing with phone calls, emails, meetings, family commitments, that we never pause and give time to think about ourselves, or more importantly, about getting the best out of other people. I would really recommend you turning your phone off at some point, giving some time to yourself, and using those moments when you're in the car to just to think and let your mind go quiet and think about how you can help yourself and help other people. I had 2 jobs. My first job, a teaching job, was a 40-minute drive to work, and before phones actually, it was quiet time, and I did a lot of thinking about the lessons I had to come and the challenges I faced during the day, and obviously on the way home it was a reflection time on how the day had gone and thinking about the next day. The next job I got, which was the academy job in Leeds, that was only a 5-minute drive from home to work, and I came from the busyness of wife, 2 kids, getting them organised for school, getting in the car, getting to work, and then I was straight to work, coaching, managing, leading, dealing with the things that were thrown at me during the course of any one day. And I worked out after about 6 months that I wasn't getting that thinking time anymore in the car, and I guess the point, the roundabout way of saying is make sure you create some, because also that gives you the time for organisational awareness. So thinking about the organisation as a whole, thinking bigger picture, and thinking about where the organisation is heading under your leadership. Again, that can only come through time spent, quality time invested by yourself in leadership development. Which brings you on to the final 2, obviously. So we've all got drive, and we've all got drive to be the best we can be, but ultimately what makes the best set apart from the others is that they are relentless in their search to become a better leader. They would read books, they would invest in themselves, and they would spend whatever it takes to become better. Now that's not for everyone. For everyone, the balance of life and the work-life balance and your commitment to your families and everything else is maybe just enough. But I seriously think that if you want to get to the very top, you have to have that inner drive and that inner motivation to keep going. Hit the balance, of course, but hit the balance with one eye on becoming a better leader at all points. And I know my wife often looks at me sometimes when I'm surrounded by books thinking, what on earth are you doing as we are on holiday? And I don't want to waste a moment because I want to get better. Which brings me on to the final point, which is the great leaders invest themselves. There's a great article which I'll probably share later on. The best leaders, the humble leaders, not the arrogant leaders. The point being that humble leaders never assume they know all the answers. They never think that they know what the outcome's going to be or how they can best lead everyone. They are they're humble and they want to learn and improve and they want to get better. And the arrogant leader would be the person who would know all the answers before you've even asked the question, and couldn't be taught and doesn't have the time to go to leadership courses and wouldn't really think that they could improve in any way, shape or form. I personally think you need to invest time in yourself. No one knows all the answers, and there are so many good people out there who can help you learn and get better as a leader, and share ideas, and try and get yourself on a course with people from other businesses or other sports, and learn from them as well, because it is so worthwhile. I've learned massively from many people, and hopefully will continue to do so. And what's ultimately rewarding now is for me to be able to pass on what I've let down to other people, and hopefully help them become better leaders. And by being and listening to this in itself is personal development, which hopefully will make you reflect and think. So that's emotional intelligence. So you want to be an emotionally intelligent leader. So have a think about the slide. Have a look at those competencies, and strive to become the best in every one. And if you do that, you won't be far wrong.